Hello, welcome to Vokèra's London Colony Training Centre. I'm David Ischek, the technical trainer. In this video we'll be discussing the setup and the control features of our Vibe MAX combination boiler. On power up, the Vibe MAX's display will do a self-check and then you'll see 3 zeros. The boiler will now operate a purge to clear air from the heat exchanger for 4 minutes. If the boiler is new, allow those 4 minutes to expire. If the boiler hasn't been drained and you've simply turned it off for servicing, the purge can be cancelled with a single press of the reset button. The Vibe MAX Combi user interface has certain features. This button here activates hot water only. Press a second time, hot water and heating. A third time brings the boiler back to standby. The middle button is the reset button. Should the boiler have an alarm, it can be reset with a single press on this button. This button on the right is the menu button. The user can access information about the boiler with a brief press on that button. Domestic hot water temperature is adjusted here. Central heating flow temperature is adjusted here. If we bring the Vibe MAX into hot water mode, we can adjust the hot water here. But while the temperature is flashing, we can also lock that hot water temperature by pressing the plus and minus buttons simultaneously while the temperature is flashing. When the Vibe MAX is in hot water and heating mode, it's possible to lock the whole display so no interference can be made, adjustment can be made on the temperatures. Press the 2 outer buttons simultaneously until the whole display is locked. Normally, when pressing either of these buttons on the heating side of the controller, you will be adjusting the heating flow temperatures to your heating system. However, if the boiler has been connected to work with weather compensation, those buttons take on a different role. By pressing one of the buttons, if it's connected to weather compensation, the figure that appears in the display is a representation of the air temperature in the house. Zeros means the boiler expects the inside of the air temperature of the house to be 20 degrees. By pressing either of these buttons, if the house isn't warm enough, you can increase the internal air temperature of the house by up to 5 degrees or decrease the internal air temperature of the house by up to 5 degrees. What's happening is the boiler will recalculate a flow temperature to the heating system to make you either warmer or cooler by up to 5 degrees. The Vibe MAX combination boiler is supplied with 4 preheat options. They are selected by pressing the minus and plus button simultaneously on the hot water side, and we can see pH 0, pH 1, pH 2, pH 3, and press again will bring us back to pH 0. To make a selection of preheat, press the plus and minus buttons, select the preheat option you would like to use, then lock it in with a single press of the plus button on the hot water side. As delivered, the boiler is preset in preheat option 0, which means preheat is disabled. By selecting preheat option 1, the boiler will keep the hot water section within the boiler hot at all times, reducing the amount of time it will take to get hot water to the domestic hot water tap. There is a cost implication to this because the boiler keeps itself warm 24/7. It fires for approximately 4 or 5 seconds every 27 to 30 minutes. In preheat option 2, it's what we call touch and go. The boiler does not preheat itself unless it is prompted. The prompt is any domestic hot water tap in the house can be opened for a split second before use. The boiler will preheat itself for that one cycle, and then it will not preheat itself again until the hot water tap is opened for a split second before use. In preheat option 3, we term that smart preheat. It works only while the boiler is in heating mode, supplying water to the central heating system. At the end of a sequence while it's supplied water to the heating system, it checks the temperature of the domestic hot water section. If there's any warmth required in the domestic hot water section within certain parameters, the boiler, on shutting down from central heating, will divert heat that is already in the boiler through the hot water section, preheating it as it needs. I hope this has been useful. Thank you very much.